Hello, my name is Kingsley. I'm a master student of Hubei University of Technology, and I'm recording for BlackAsiaMagazine. I'm currently in Wuhan, and this video is about the coronavirus and how we have been managing and how the living is like since the lockdown. What actually happened was that nothing leaves Wuhan and nothing comes into Wuhan. And also public transportation services like the buses, the trains, and the subways were all cancelled or suspended. I think that was the only restrictions from the government. But going forward, taxis taxis were working initially. In the beginning, taxis were working, but after some time, they also stopped working. And then also some of the shops were also working, and then it got to a point they all started closing down. But I think I understand why the shops they started closing down, because they also have families. I mean, in the event of the lockdown, they have to feed their families, so they are going to use the supplies they have, the remaining supplies they have in their shops, to feed their families. So I think I understand them. Going forward, there was nothing like restriction of movement. I mean, something like you can't go out, or like something like a curfew, like maybe you have to be indoors by 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Or to the best of my knowledge, there was nothing like that. But after some time, I mean, it got to a point. The community. I mean, I don't know what happened in other communities, but in my community, the community leaders decided to put in some sort of preventive measures. That is closing down the borders, or closing down the gates of the community, i.e., nothing comes in, nothing leaves. So let me show you an example of what I'm trying to talk about, what I'm trying to say here. All right, so what you see right here is the entrance of a community. You can see it's there are some apartments in there. So this is like the entrance to the community, and this is the entrance, one of the entrances, one of the gates. I think this is the south gate to my community, but this is a different community. But this is not the main entrance to my community, but it's like another gate or another entrance, like a back door. But this is the main entrance to another community. So this is how it is here. The community leaders decided to take this preventive measure to safeguard the community. So nothing comes into the community, nothing leaves the community. All right. So what the community leaders did was they put us into mini groups, like group chats, and then on those platforms, what they did was they added some food supply, some food suppliers or some agents who supplies food. So what you do is you can place an order, or whatever you want to buy. You place an order, and then within 48 hours, they bring the order. They deliver your order, but not to your doorstep. What happens is they have a standpoint, or like a checkpoint. So when you're actually making the order, you order with your name and then your room number or your building number. So when your food stuff or your items are in, they send you like a broadcast message that you have to be at this place at maybe at this particular point of time to get your stuff. So when you get a broadcast message, you know that by this time you should get your food stuff. So when the time is up, you dress up, you get your nose masks, you go downstairs, and then you get to the point, and then you get your food. So when you get there, you just tell them your name, and then your room number or your building number, and then they get you your items, and then you return back to your apartment or your room. So that is how it has been. That is how we've been getting food supplies, and it's okay. It's good. It's manageable. And then also some people can order online. You can order something online, and then they will deliver it, but something online, and then they will deliver it, but then they will not be allowed to enter the community. So what they do is the courier guys will get to the gates, and then they will call you, then you come to the gates, then they pass it over the door for you, or the gates for you. They pass it over the gates for you. So as I was saying earlier on, you can go out. No one is restricting you. There's nothing like a curfew. You can actually go out, but because of the preventive measure that the communities have taken, you can't leave the community. You can't step outside the community. Okay, but that is not like a restriction from the government. No, it's not like that. It's from the community leaders, and I think it's a very good measure. It has helped a lot. So I can go downstairs right now or anytime. I can go downstairs. I can even walk within the community. No one is going to ask me to go back to my room or anything. There's nothing like that. So I think it's a very good preventive measure. So when I step out, I get my nose mask. I step out, I go grab my stuff, and I get back, sanitize my hand, take off my nose mask, and then that's it. So that's like the routine for getting your food supplies. Well, as you can see, it's been about 2 months and I haven't gotten a single shave. My hair is bad, right? But just this week, it was in the news that the lockdown might be lifted or might be over on the 8th of April. It was in the news, the Chinese news. So we are hoping that on the 8th, the lockdown will be lifted or it's going to be over and then everything is going to resume. Currently, I can see some government workers have started working. Some few construction workers, that. But that's it. That's what's going on in Wuhan right now. But I think everyone is now okay. Everyone has adapted to the situation. In the beginning, people were getting panic attacks and all that. I mean, in my own, some of the group chats that I'm in, some people were getting panic attacks. I mean, the foreigners. Some people were getting panic attacks. The anxiety levels were high and all that. Well, for about a month into the coronavirus, I think everyone has adapted to the situation. So it's like normal. Everything is normal. So we are hoping that on the 8th, the lockdown is going to be over. Then everything is going to resume back to normal activities. So yeah, that's it.